The Royal Rumble is this Sunday, and there's not much to go over, so we're going to do it anyway. And honestly, there's one thing I did forget, and I apologize for it. We'll go for that later, because this won't be that long anyway, because the only match we're going to talk about, besides the one I'm going to talk about earlier, is the pre-show, and the one you can always see on YouTube. If you miss it, you can watch it, do whatever, and be happy. Now, normally I would go and say, even though these people are in the Rumble, I would, say what I think about them, like we've been doing over the past few weeks. But to be honest, regardless if you're Team Hell No, if you're Team Road Scholars, if you are Antonio Cesaro, The Miz, if you're anyone that has a match made out of nowhere, does not matter who you are, the match will affect you in the Rumble. Stamina-wise and everything, unless your cardio is at the peak, which most people in this Rumble have. But it's still, a match will take a lot out of you. Especially if it's for the United States Championship on a pre-show, no less. Which is basically the equivalent of Sunday Night Heat. With Sunday Night Heat, I actually miss, and it's probably the next best thing to it that we'll ever get. But yeah. So we have Antonio Cesaro facing The Miz for the United States Championship, what we saw on Main Event. Well, it was announced on Main Events, but yeah. And again, like I said, doesn't matter who you are, if you're as cardiovascular as Antonio Cesaro, or you're as determined as The Miz. So, it doesn't really matter to me, but to be honest, I said before that Claudio or Cesaro, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, would be a main eventer. Would be a guy that probably would win the Rumble. He's my fucking dark horse with it, not because he fucking hits like a horse, but because the guy can be main event level. He was main event level in Ring of Honor. He was Ring of Honor at one point. And now he's the United States Champion, kind of the same thing with R-Truth in a way when he held the NWA title, and now he's just a fucking jobber. Like the NWA title doesn't mean anything, which it does. Probably not in WWE, but it does. Now, speaking, yes, this is WWE, and you have to prove yourself. But didn't The Miz have to prove himself as a real-world competitor? And it took how long it took him to get to where he is now? But back on this match, I mean, I understand he has to lose the belt. Well, he doesn't have to. He can hold the belt for many years. He can hold the belt for as long as he wants, quite frankly. But, if he wants to get to that main event level, you're going to have to see him drop the belt. Unless he wanted to do something like what The Miz did. Maybe hold more than one title at once, which probably you can't do anymore because of the desperation. That's not even a good word, but the not as much titles there used to be. Because back then, I believe it was The Miz holding the United States belt and the two tag team belts, which was the World and the WWE Tag Team before we had the copper shit. But like I said, Miz, the former United States Champion, he will probably incorporate on this, and it will probably job Claudio just because it's fucking Ring of Honor, and they do that to people sometimes. But he's been on such a roll, and you have the guy in fucking USA tights. The man likes USA, yet he hates Americans, and I can agree with that because some Americans are horrible. They will spout anything they want, probably including myself at times. I have stupid moments. I can be stupid at times and just say random shit. But not compared to what the little bleeptards do. But that's another story for another time. On this match, though, regarding the Rumble, throw that out the window for now. This is way before the Rumble, so we'll have a lot of time to rest before they're even entered, unless they are probably the first to enter, which might happen, I don't know. But The Miz probably will win this match only because Cesaro needs to be pushed to the next level. The guy was Ring of Honor at one point, like I said before. And it's about time he shows the world how good Claudio Castagnoli already is, which we know how good he is. I mean, he fucking lifted Big Show. You made him lift Big Show. You made him lift Khali. I don't care if you have to make him fucking lift a whale next. I don't care what you have to make him do. The guy is strong. The guy has it. He might not have the look, but The Miz didn't have it either. And look at him now. So, honestly, do what you gotta do. I honestly think Miz will win this just because of they're gonna have to push him to the moon. But one last thing before we go. The WWE title match, The Rock versus CM Punk. There's one thing added to it. If the Shield interferes, CM Punk is stripped of the title and probably will go to The Rock. So, what would that mean? Would that mean that Brad Maddox interferes? That Paul Heyman interferes? Or anyone other than the Shield interferes? There are many loopholes that even Mr. McMahon would have to swallow the pill, so to say. But there's one way to know for sure, and that is to watch the Royal Rumble this Sunday. The road to WrestleMania is slowly coming along, and it's going to go right in your face sooner than later.